Hey guys, Dave's from the Install Bay. We're going to talk to you about polarity checking your subwoofers.
Stay tuned.
So the other night when we were doing a Facebook Live, and this has been a question we've had before, someone asked, how do I'm phase checking or polarity checking my subwoofers, and they're moving in different directions. I was doing the whole moving in different directions dance. Sometimes using the little phase detector is hard when you're doing a subwoofer because the subwoofer really doesn't move all that much, and it's hard to use that. So visually, I've found over the years is usually the best. So how do you visually see one of these? A little 9-volt battery isn't going to move a subwoofer enough for you to see. Subwoofers are made to handle a large quantity of power though, so you don't have to use a small battery, you can use a much bigger battery. And in this case, we're going to use a drill battery. Now, don't be silly and grab one of those giant 18, 24 volt or even a car battery. You don't need anything that big. Just go ahead and pick up your small drill battery. This is just a little tiny 12 volt. We're going to go ahead and test these. So let's do it, shall we? So when you're setting it up, you want to check to make sure you know what is positive and negative on your drill battery. Most drill batteries are marked positive and negative. You can also use a multimeter to test which is negative and positive. Now, you're not going to want to sit there and hold these things on there for an extended period of time. That's just silly. So then what you want to do is hook up to the negative, go ahead and jab it in there, and then just tap your positive. And both of your woofers should move in the same direction. In this case, they should move out because that's the polarity we're testing for. But what if they don't? So in some situations, just like this one, you just have one speaker plug. And you've gone ahead and wired up your woofers, and you're like, you turn them on, it sounds terrible, and you're like, what happened? So then you're going to want to do your polarity test. Go ahead and tap. And if you'll notice, it sounds weird, and they're moving in the wrong direction. So what happened? In this case, you got a positive and negative wrong. So to demo this, what we did is we went ahead and switched the positive and negative. This is a common mistake that happens, in which case now all you want to do is switch them. And now when you pop it, it'll sound better, and they'll both be moving in the same direction. So that's on a one speaker cup scenario. Now, what if you have two speaker cups? What does that mean? So you've gone ahead and hooked up both your speaker cups using a negative and a positive, and then match them on the other side so that they're both hooked up what you think is correct. So what you want to do now is twist all the wires together, no matter how many subwoofers you have, and go ahead and test it again. And as you can see here, this woofer's moving in and this woofer's moving out. Now, you thought you had it connected properly, so where is the problem? More than likely it's at the speaker, or at the speaker cup itself. Let's spin it around and take a look. So this was the one that was moving wrong. So let's go ahead and get this speaker cup out. And then we can see that, yes, it's incorrect at the plug. One of the reasons for that might be that we use this wire that has a square on one side and a circle on the other. If you're not paying attention to it, it's a real easy mistake to make. We'll go ahead and put this back in and retest. And now we can see that they're both moving the same direction. So when you're done with your installation, if the bass doesn't sound the way you think it should, and you'll know because when the woofers are out of polarity with one another, there's almost no bass. It sounds terrible. Especially if you're doing like a truck box, it sounds even worse with a truck box. I mean, it's bad. So check the polarity. Another term that is often used is phase check your subwoofers. Call it what you will, at the end of the day, you're just making sure all your woofers are moving in the same direction. It only takes one woofer moving in the wrong direction to screw it up for everyone.
Definitely.
Party killers for sure. So remember, use a small drill battery. The smaller the better. And don't keep it on for, don't sit there and arc weld with it. Just quick taps, tap, 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 tap. And you'll be good to go. It's not going to hurt the woofer. There's a lot more power coming out of a 1,000-watt amplifier than what that battery is putting out. So you're okay there. Fernando.
Thank you for watching. You guys can find us on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram.
If you have any questions, leave them down below as usual. If you'd like to talk to us, check us out every Monday night, 6:30 Eastern Standard Time on Facebook. We do a Facebook Live Q&A. And with that, you guys have a great night, and we'll see you later next time.
Bye.